Hello? Is that you, Shane?
Hello?
Hello? He's sort of stuck, isn't he?
Wow, this is a first. He must be kind of... This is the moment where we don't paint black eyebrows on him.
No, I don't think he'd appreciate that.
It's impressive, though.
Well, he's managed to appear in some form. Not his usual form.
Can you feel that? Okay.
You know it's not really Shane because I'd have been punched by now.
Yeah, this is true. That's different. Ooh.
Oh.
So do you think the cold that we had before was a prelude to this? It's not as cold now.
But it's not quite.
Okay.
Huh.
I'm guessing then that we didn't avoid Christmas.
I guess we didn't.
Maybe moment. Hello, happy Advent, December, or whatever it is that you're happening to celebrate. Somebody's waving a book just into my peripherals there, and it's really distracting.
Sorry.
But I will continue unbowed. Hello, welcome back to Maybe Movies. So we are at the start of December, quite literally, because I think this one's going out on the 2nd of December. I hope you had a great end of the month. Who am I? I don't know. Who am I?
You, Sam?
I think if you spell my name backwards, it's Zam, so that's quite close.
Huh. Then who am I?
Well, you must be Mass. You know who we are. Hello, welcome back. Thank you to everyone for checking out shows last month. Thank you to all of our new supporters and all of our new subscribers. You are giving us the best Christmas present ever.
Thank you.
We'll come to that in a moment. Before we start doing the thing that it is that we do. Hold on. Hang on. There we go.
It must be that time of the year.
It must be, and we must do justice to the season. Oh. Sorry about the weird noise.
Ah, yes, all those familiar smells.
Yes, to the season.
To the season.
To getting slightly merry. Okay.
Yes.
Results.
Oh, the results! Yes. What did you think, folks?
So, if you were with us last month, you'll know that we were looking at Soylent Green and The Omen Part 2, which was a suggestion from our good friend and supporter Jen from Gen X Official. We ourselves voted the same way. We both agreed that Soylent 2 was the better of the two new theoretical movies that we came up with.
Oh, yes.
We had no votes on the Maybe Movies Facebook page poll that was on the story there.
Okay. But they're only up for like a day, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah. Similarly, we didn't have any on the Patreon page either.
Oh.
But we had 8 votes on Twitter.
You care! Hey!
Which, as far as I can figure out, it came out with 5 votes for Green Omen.
Okay.
So 3 for Soylent 2.
Oh, wait, is that a draw?
It would be a draw if we didn't also have 2 votes on the Zadrum Instagram story post.
Okay.
So for the first time, thank you very much. We've hit double figures on a poll, overall on a poll.
Yay!
And those 2 votes, Soylent 2. So, yes, by 7-5, Soylent 2 is officially our Maybe Movie of November 2022 and is right here with a bit of a fanfare. So again, thank you to everyone who voted. Thank you just really for making all of this feel a bit more worth it. And showing your appreciation for what it is that we do.
Thank you. Yes.
What's going on with Shane then? I mean,
I'm assuming he's been detained in some fashion.
Has he been trying to bring in contraband? Is that what it is?
This is a placeholder.
It It must be. Oh, fantastic.
But it does look as if we've been left a couple of prezzies.
It does. I kind of wish that if it was as a placeholder, it should just have a little card on it that says, detained due to desperately needing blood. Or words to that effect.
Indeed. Words to that effect.
But as you say, we have been left some early Christmas presents.
So yes, we have the Gremlins. I don't know why that voice, but that voice.
That voice will do. Because we are also attempting to tear your soul apart.
Bit of an interesting choice here.
Yes.
But you know what? I kind of get it. What's in the box, man?
What's in the box?
What's in the box that you got from a shady Chinese man?
From a very shady Chinese man, yes.
What's your pleasure, Mr. Cotton?
Okay.
I'm starting to see connections.
Okay. Fair enough. So I think first of all,
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, let's leave them here so people can see them.
Yeah.
I think the first thing is obviously it's not Halloween.
It's not.
So what's our setup here? Are we doing it as a villain swap, or are we doing it as a hero swap? Are we having the Peltzers moving into a new house in? It's neither supposed to be. It's supposed to be Liverpool or possibly London. So should we call it Lonpool or Liverden?
Liverden. Let's call it Liverden. Oh God, I don't know. I mean,
the temptation is to just drop the boxes into the opposing film.
It's the temptation. I have to admit, it's the first thing that came to my mind.
The only problem that I have with that, though, is Uncle Frank.
Oh, right.
Is kind of integral to Hellraiser, which is why putting the Peltzers into the house theoretically works. Okay, you lose the backstory with Julia and Frank.
Yeah, no, I think it might work. Because they're moving back into the house after it's been abandoned for a long time after the mother died, which is something that could easily happen in America as it could here.
So we're translating.
I think if we're going to swap anything, we need to either swap the box or swap the families.
Okay. Because
without the family connections, we start. I don't know. Are we just making the other movie in a different place then?
So you're putting the Peltzers into...
I thought this would be easy. Not so much, folks.
Borrowing a bit, and I'm sure he won't mind, from Adam Neville from Apartment 16.
Okay, yeah.
This house has been abandoned. It's in their family name. They're the nearest relatives.
They've got to sort the estate.
So they've just come over, moving into the house temporarily to sort the estate.
Yeah, okay. Oh, right. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, because Hollywood.
Yes. Which puts, and I can't remember the name, I don't remember if they give the family name for...
Cotton.
Cotton, is it?
Frank Cotton, yes.
Okay.
God's sake, I only watched it 2 hours ago. I should know.
I will take your word for it. So as soon as you say Cotton, I think of bloody Nick Cotton from EastEnders.
Right.
I'm sure somebody in the room will inform the audience.
Yes.
Okay, that would work for that. In terms of Gremlins, then, there's no reason why we can't put the Cotton family in that setting. It gives us an option to play around possibly with stuff unrelated to... There's not directly referenced in this, with Julia being something of a wanton woman. Maybe having a reputation around town? I don't know. No. I'm letting it run away with itself already.
But that's one of those... I mean, that's one of those things that we'll have to get to when we get to the first act.
Would you like some more?
Oh, yes, please. Yeah. So we're swapping the families. Is that what we're doing? Yeah.
I think that's probably going to be the easier. I don't know.
So
unless you got a better option.
The Peltzers in Liverden.
Yeah.
And the I think Cottons in Bedford Falls.
Yes. Bedford Falls? No, Bedford Falls is that's
No, it's something Falls.
It's something Mill or Mills.
Bedford Falls is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
It was
but it's in the film.
A direct inspiration.
Yes. And you know where it was shot, don't you? So they've obviously where they filmed, I think it's Kingston Mill or something like that.
Uh-huh.
The town is called, which less than a year later was repurposed as Hill Valley.
Okay.
Look at the cinema and look at the entrance when he goes into the bank. It's basically the entrance to the calf.
The town square.
Yeah.
The town square bit. Okay, yeah. I'll keep my eyes open for that one. Little details.
Yes.
Layers.
It's
folks.
just, I couldn't, I had to check it afterwards because as I was watching it, it says Billy's walking past the cinema, and that cinema entrance is so iconic. You recognise it straight away from back in the
Yeah,
future.
because it's got that angle and everything, and it's...
And then as he walks past the shops next to it, he goes, oh, hang on a minute, so that's where the garage was, and then when he comes into the corner angle of the door that he comes into as you come into the bank, it's like that corner door where you come into the cafe in Hill Valley.
I thought that's what you were going to say. I think I can already see it in my head. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
And apparently, sorry, again, complete aside, I'm assuming it was one of the Gremlins voices. I noticed in the credits was Peter Cullen, voice of Optimus Prime.
Exactly, yes. Beat me to it, yes.
Sorry. Okay, so we're happy with that then. We think that's going to work.
Well, so we're swapping the families. I think that's, we can make this function.
Before we get to acts, I have forgotten to do one thing, and you did remind me before we started.
Oh.
A very quick shout out. Sorry, we're just changing things up. We're going to put the shout out in here for a change. This is our interlude. I was waiting for some interlude music, but there isn't any. We're going to have to take that out.
No, that was more than 3 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah. So very quick shout out today for, again, huge fan of her work, and I know she's a huge supporter of ours. This is for Gloria from Gloria's Platter. Wonderful cooking channel on the platform. She does a lot of content, a lot of live streams of her cooking, so you can follow along and have a chat with her while she's doing it and stuff.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of videos, they make you think or seem like things happen very quickly, but when you cook along with someone, you get to see it's not edited down. You get to see how the actual process works, which I always appreciate.
Absolutely. So again, as always, Gloria, thank you for your support and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
And back to where we were.
Where are we? Yes, acts indeed.
So Gremlins. If you don't mind, I'll go with Gremlins because that's one I've rewatched. I haven't had time to rewatch Hellraiser yet, but I know you have.
That's all right. I just rewatched Hellraiser today, so yeah.
So again, it's pretty straightforward with Gremlins. It's an hour and 46 minutes in total, and they're about the 40-minute mark each time.
Okay.
So Act 1 is Cocoon.
Yes. See, I wasn't sure whether it would be when they cocoon or when they hatch, but that was the only thing I wasn't sure about.
I felt it's the morning when they discover them.
Yeah, because
that's what I thought.
Everything has changed.
Yes, yeah. And then the other one is Kate's story.
Of course it is, yes. And that's just before they get to the cinema.
Yes.
Which is exactly where I was thinking was going to be the mark as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, okay, so no arguments there at all.
Cool. And what did you get for Hellraiser?
Oh, all right. Okay, so Hellraiser, again, is pretty simple. It's an hour and 33, and the marks break down around about the 30-minute mark, give or take a couple of minutes. So you've got all of the introduction, but the second act begins when Julia sets out to snatch her some men to get Frank's flesh back.
That's what I had. I guessed it would be around then.
And as near as I can tell, the sort of pretty much the perfect point for going from Act 2 to Act 3 is when Kirsty has her first confrontation with Frank, or just afterwards.
It's Frank. It's Uncle Frank.
Either when she has her first confrontation or when she wakes up in the hospital.
That's brilliant. Because again, even though I did watch it at the beginning of October. They're so similar. Don't ask me why. I did watch it as part of my Halloween watch, but then I watched a load of other horror movies over the month, so it's...
Your brain's been overloaded with stuff. Yeah.
I called it a bit after that. I called it when she opens the box. And the Cenobites appear.
It's a really close call either way. You can call it when she has the confrontation with Frank, or when she has the aftermath of her confrontation with Frank, which is opening the box.
I think you're right when she wakes up in the hospital, because it builds up to that confrontation. She runs away, collapses, and there's like a natural change there, isn't there?
There is, and that's.
So I think waking up in the hospital is probably the best one.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so we are good and fine and groovy with our acts. That was simple and easy.
Yes, very simple and very easy.
Oh, what are we going to call them?
Well, it should be nice and simple. Our new version of Hellraiser, I've got Helens and Grimraiser or Gremraiser.
Right.
Which again, for some reason, I can just hear Lemmy.
Grimraiser.
And that's okay, because you've changed the title. That's good. That's using the normal convention that the main film does the first part of it. We can always swap them round if we want.
Yes.
I think that one would have to be Helen's, wouldn't it, really?
Helen's, yeah,
Yes.
that would be Helen's, and this would be
Graham
Grim
Razor.
Razor.
Yeah, that works.
So Kirsty's going to end up with Gizmo.
Yes.
That'll change the dynamic a little bit.
It will do. We do also... What do we want to do with the relationship between her and Phoebe Cates?
Oh, no, she's...
Looking at what, 1984?
Yeah. Oh, I think we could go there.
Yeah.
I think we could go there. I think it works. Kirsty's got that kind of slightly troubled late teenager kind of quality going on about her anyway.
Yeah.
And that would easily explain it.
It would also play off quite nicely for the small part that he's in it. That the kind of like the sleazy approach from Judge Reinhold as well.
Yeah, it would make it an interesting little back and forth here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, which one do you want to do first?
Yeah, so I hadn't thought about that.
Come on, pick his nose.
Let's do Helen's first.
Helen's first. Okay.
Yeah. The properly Christmas themed stuff we'll save for the second half of the month.
Makes sense. Absolutely. Okay. So I think we are set.
Indeed. It seems so.
We have the Peltzer family going to clear out the old family homestead back in Liverden, where they find something unsavoury in the attic.
Something very unsavoury.
Fantastic! This is going to be oh dear.
It's going to be. Yes,
It is going to be. Thankfully, there is plenty of mulled wine. Oh, sorry. Yes,
Oh, please. And hopefully, next time we'll have an actual Shane.
an actual Shane as opposed to an effigy of Shane. We're going to get our thinking caps on as well as our Christmas caps on. He doesn't have a Christmas hat.
Oh, we'll have to do something about that, won't we?
Yeah, whether you want one or not. We will be back next Wednesday to jump into Act 1 of Helen's. Until then, have a wonderful weekend, have a brilliant start to next week, and down the hatch.
As always, guys, TTFN.
Ba 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 ba.